Are you feeling good? Are you feeling fragrant? Welcome to DeadGirl Smells. This channel is just probably going to be me doing perfume reviews from now on. I wanted to start with rose notes because it's my favorite and I feel like it has a really bad reputation. People either think roses are boring or they think they give an old lady vibe. And I'm here to show what rose can do for you. I'm gonna go through, I think like 12 or 15 different perfumes that are all rose forward, tell you what I think about them, tell you what vibe they give, and have a good time. I wanted to get rosé for this video, but then I remembered that I absolutely hate wine and it gives me an immediate headache. So we're gonna keep it classy with beer tonight. We're starting off our list with a very accessible perfume that you can try at Sephora. It's from the Nest brand and it's part of their perfume oil line. So what perfume oil means is it doesn't have any of the alcohol or carrying oils used to dilute the actual perfume oils that give a perfume its fragrance. So it's gonna stay on your skin really well, which is a positive. It's also good if you have sensitive skin. The perfume oils from Nest, they're all pretty one note. They're trying to keep it simple. That's their entire ideology behind their new line of perfume oils. This is Nest Turkish Rose, and it's very disappointing. It's a go rose, give us nothing perfume. It's far too simple and uninteresting for me. It's very one note, which is the whole point of it, is that it's just pure rose. But it's not very realistic for a rose, and it's not very interesting, even as a synthetic rose. It's a scratch and sniff rose. It's an emoji of a note, of a rose. It's just way too boring for me. Sorry. But I love a lot of Nest perfumes, so don't throw away any idea of liking Nest perfumes just because I don't like this one, because they have a lot of great ones. Our next rose comes from the House of Kilian, a brand that I love, and this one is Roses on Ice, which is part of their liquor cocktail line, which I find fun, exciting. The bottle's beautiful. I was so excited for this one because I absolutely love a cold, icy scent, but cold scents are really hard to pull off. And this one uses the cucumber note as the main ingredient to give it the icy feeling that it has. And while it is definitely refreshing and makes me crave some cucumber water, it's not exactly a vibe that I'm trying to project off onto people. When I'm wearing a rose perfume, I want to feel sexy. I want to feel romantic. I don't want to feel like complimentary cucumber water that you get in a lobby of a Hampton Inn. I think this fragrance is cool and interesting. It's just not for me, but definitely give it a try because it's really interesting. I don't think I've smelled anything like it. Next, on a more positive note, we have Mancera, Amber, and Roses. This is a beautiful combination of the two notes. It starts out very musk and amber heavy, but then the rose really opens up soon after, letting the fragrance bloom into an expensive late afternoon Parisian hotel lounge for drinks. It's very feminine, it's very sexy, but honestly, it would smell nice on any gender. I think a masculine person wearing this would be super badass and mysterious. The longer you wear this, the dry down just gets prettier. This is one of my favorite perfumes of all. Definitely one of my favorite roses. It's a great representation of what I think of when I think of roses, which is romantic, sexy, feminine. Moving on to Miss Dior Roses and Roses. You can find this perfume any Sephora, any department store really. Came out in 2020. This is absolutely one of my favorite fragrances of all time. It's one of my signatures. I own 2 different bottles because I'm not letting it run out anytime soon. It's a delicious musky rose. If you want to smell like a youthful princess, but with an elegant and sexy edge, this is for you. The bergamot and mandarin brings a little bit of a green freshness to it. The musk gives the effect that it's naturally what someone would actually smell like spending all morning in a rose garden. And there is some sweetness to the perfume, but it's not overwhelming, it's not annoying. I think for a designer perfume, this is super elegant and interesting. I really think everyone should try this on their skin and see how it mixes with their skin chemistry. I adore this perfume. Okay, this next one is a must-try for everyone, especially if you're into really weird niche scents. It's Asphalt Rainbow by Chareton Macerations. It is industrial. It's floral. The main notes that I smell, which are super obvious, are roses and leather. There's also a bit of subtle, sexy amber to it. It's sexy, clean, but in a dirty environment, like having sex on the hood of a sports car in a parking garage. I'm completely obsessed with this perfume. If you simply want to smell like roses wrapped in a leather jacket, this one is for you. The idea behind the perfume was supposed to be an homage to just New York City living. And I can get that because it's dirty, stylish, and beautiful. Next, switching it up for a bit of a gourmand feel, we have Cacao Libertine by Maison Tahite. There is something very familiar about this fragrance, kind of like a grandma's bathroom potpourri type of vibe. This perfume isn't super heavy on the rose, but you can smell it if you're looking for it. The sweet gourmand notes really take over. Vanilla, caramel, and cacao are pretty obvious pairings, but the patchouli adds a bit of a depth to it. Overall, it's not for me. I don't hate it. I love that there's a bit of a powdery aspect to it. Powder gives me French whore vibes, which I'm always trying to project. But as far as gourmand perfumes go, I think you can do much more interesting things with it, and not as exciting as I would like it to be. Alright, next we're getting right back into the weird niche perfume with Dolleur2 by a brand called Bogue. I'm assuming it might be Bourge, but French would be Bogue, whatever. I was excited for this because I love weird perfume, but this is a cloying cucumber melon lotion from the 90s, spritzed with roses and musk. This perfume is unwearable. Luckily, I can't smell the weird oyster note that is apparently in there. I had to scrub this off right away. There's some similarities between this and T-Rex from Zoologist in terms of how much I hate this perfume. But if you're looking for something weird or just like, I don't know who this is for actually, but it's not for me. Next, for something a little more spicy, we have the Decay of an Angel by Timothy Hahn. I got this from Lucky Scent because I like the name of it, to be honest. This perfume is a warm, spicy incense with rose and citrus taking a hold of it. It's as if you're unboxing decorations for Yule that have been forgotten in the attic. The dry down leaves you with a really pretty remnant of soft, musky florals. Just the memories of holiday past. All of the spice has been dissipated towards the dry down. It's really pretty. Not my favorite on this list. But I'm sure this would smell gorgeous on someone, and this could definitely be someone's signature scent. Alright, only 3 more to go. I actually decided to bump this up in where I was going to place this in my video because I did not want to end on a sour note. But this is from the iconic house of Etat, Libre d'Orange. It's Exit the King. I know a lot of people love this one, and the entire philosophy behind it is supposed to be very feminist, but but I fucking hate this perfume. To me, it comes down to 2 notes: rose and soap. The soap note clings so hard to the nose that it's the only thing that I can smell, and it reminds me of the smell of like crushed up pain medication. And I know that's weird, but that's like all I can smell, and it's nauseating. So unfortunately, I wanted to love this perfume because there's really pretty aspect to it, but I can't. Next, again from Mancera, we have Roses Vanille. I remember the first time I tried this, I smelled a sample and I thought it was really boring and not much more than just straight vanilla. But upon giving it another try, I do like it a little more, but it's still lacking any excitement for me. Other than the notes in its name, we have sugar and a very aquatic lemon influencing the overall scent. The fresh sweetness to it isn't cloying, which I'll give it, but it's sweeter than I like to go. It's pretty close actually to the Bath & Body Rose Vanilla Love line that they have, but that's going to be a lot cheaper. And I will say that their discontinued Rose Vanilla Love aromatherapy oil blows this out of the water. Overall, the vibe is very sleepy, tea party. Alright, I saved maybe the best, definitely one of the most interesting for last. We have California Snow by A Lab on Fire. This is the moist earth after melted snow. A hazy aromatic blend of hay, chamomile, tea, and vetiver. Rose is at the heart of this concoction, and it gives a sexy, icy, feminine rose. This is what I love about rose, because you can do so many interesting things with it. This is one of the top perfumes on my wish list. It is just intoxicating, but in a more relaxed and earthy way of a lot of perfumes that I usually describe that word with. Definitely check it out. And there we are. We are at the end of our list. I've shown you a lot of options. I hope at least one of these you'll try yourself. Maybe if you've already tried one of them, you'll give them another chance. And comment, subscribe, tell me if there's any type of perfumes you want me to talk about in future videos. Have a good night, everybody.